I welcome you back to this wonderful tutorial on A-level chemistry. So we continue with our series of exploration. So now we look at the sample shapes. Sample shapes which molecules can take on. So sample shapes which molecules can take on. Now the first case of exploration is the case where one has, am I on? Is the case where one has two electronic groups. What are electronic groups? Colleagues, recall that earlier on we saw that electronic groups we can have single bonds. Maybe I show them here. Single bonds, double bond, triple bond, or single electrons. What do I mean by an electronic group? What do I mean by an electronic group? An electronic group can be a single bond. An electronic group can be a double bond. An electronic group can be a triple bond. An electronic group can be single electrons. They were here. I don't know whether you took note of them. They were here up. My screen is not moving. They were there, you see? Single bond, double bond, triple bond, or single electrons. So that's what we mean by electronic group. So two electronic groups. So if I said two electronic groups, for this case, we are looking at two groups surrounding an atom. For example, you can be having your calcium. You can be having your calcium surrounded by chlorine, like that. Those are two now. Now you see calcium is surrounded by two groups because the single bond is an electronic group and another single bond is also an electronic group, making a total of two groups. Now, what if I have ethine? Do you know ethine? Ethine is here. Ethine is an alkyne of this form. Alkynes have triple bond, like this one here. Oh, before looking at ethine, let us first look at the one which you know very well, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, in fact, in class we drew, the structure of carbon dioxide was drawn. I illustrated that. Now look at it. Look at the structure which we came up with for carbon dioxide. It is the same thing as, I remember we formed a double bond between carbon and oxygen. Now you see, I have said an electronic group can be a single bond, a double bond, triple bond, or a single electron. Now here, carbon is surrounded by, this is now one electronic group. Also, this is one electronic group. Same thing applies here in ethine. This carbon here is surrounded by a single bond here, one electronic group, a triple bond here, one electronic group, like that. Now, valence-shell electron pair repulsion theorem says that if you are having an atom surrounded by two electronic groups, having it in mind by what we mean by an electronic group is a single bond, a double bond, triple bond, or single electron. If any atom is surrounded by two electronic groups, then it has a linear shape. It has a linear shape, and the bond angle, the angle between the bonds, is 180 degrees as illustrated there. Colleagues, kindly take note of that. That is for two electronic groups.